All rise. Board come to order.
Hey, everybody have a seat.
Well, don't pay me up too.
We have Mr. Suggs here today who represents Ms. Williamson for bond only. Ms. Lawson with the Public Defender's Office represents her on the substantive charges. And this is what's this motion?
Paperwork on the illness.
Okay. And Ms. Williamson has been arrested for trafficking in cocaine, PWID proximity of Parker School, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, to wit, that drug trafficking charge. I have Officer Kevin Buxton with the narcotics unit here with Florence City Police, and this incident happened on March the 3rd, 2022. She's here for bond purposes. And Officer Buxton, if you could give some of the facts regarding this case to the judge, and here's the report.
Is this your first bond here?
This is her first bond here. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, on March the 3rd, I had a search warrant for 718 West Dixie Street, which is in the city of Florence and within Florence County. We executed a search warrant there. Upon entering the residence, we located the defendant, Ms. Williamson, in there. In her right pants pocket, or a zipper pocket on her pants, is where the cocaine, the suspected cocaine that we located was. It was approximately 21 grams. That's been sent for testing to confirm the weight and things like that. But, Your Honor, that was in there in the room under Miranda, and after reading the search warrant, she claimed ownership of the cocaine. Also in the bedroom within the house that she claimed ownership of was the firearm.
In terms of criminal record, Judge, she has a simple possession of marijuana in 2002. Looks like another simple possession of marijuana in 2002. She was received into the Department of Corrections for manufacturing and distribution of crack cocaine first, for which she received a live away sentence. That looks like back in 2004. She had a possession of crack cocaine second offense back in 2005. It looks like she had a distribution of a Schedule 1-2 drug or crack cocaine to a person under 18 in 2007. It looks like in 2016 she had another simple possession of marijuana. She also had a manufactured distribution or possession with the intent to distribute cocaine-based second in 2018, for which she received 5 years. She had a malicious injury to personal property under $2,000 in 2017. She had a, I don't know if this is the same one, but it looks like a manufacturing distribution of cocaine-based second. She's receiving the Department of Corrections. I don't know if that was a parole violation. She had probation for harassment first degree charge in 2021. And if I'm not mistaken, was it, Ms. Parrott, was it attempted murder or abhand, if you recall from Ms. Williamson, that she...
It was originally attempted murder, but that is not what she ended up pleading to.
Did she plead to the was it harassment that she pled to?
Yes.
Okay. That would be the extent of her record. I would tell you that normally the state would not be opposed to a bond in these type of cases. However, I think it's been an ongoing problem with the narcotics unit, considering that she had been in jail for a long period of time, got a time-served sentence, I think, on that harassment charge, and shortly thereafter, the information you have is that the drugs were being sold from that house?
Almost immediately, I think she got out at the end of November, sometime before Christmas. We were already getting information that she was already selling drugs again.
And I mean, the police just don't pop up to your house with a search warrant. I mean, there has to be someone going in there, seeing drugs, reporting it to the police, informing them, and thereafter comes the warrant.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. May it please the court. Well, Judge, I understand, she is here on an arrest only, it's not a conviction. I know some things were said concerning the facts and circumstances surrounding this particular arrest, but none of that's gospel at this point. We're just dealing with a bond issue. And looking at a record and hearing from Mr. Jeff sounds to me like she's got some prior drug history. And I'm not taking that lightly, Judge, I want you to understand that. But she's not a violent offender. She's not the type of person that needs to have his or her bond denied because of protection of the community from a violent offense or a violent offender. She's a longtime resident of this county. She has substantial ties to Florence County. I don't believe she's a flight risk. It doesn't sound like it to me based upon what I've heard in terms of prior records. And she's been to court when she was required to be in court. I'm not sure I understand why the magistrate denied bond in this case, other than perhaps her prior record was disclosed at that hearing. I was not present. In looking at it, it's basically a low-level trafficking case. Trafficking case is something over 10 grams, but less than 28. So we're at the low level of the trafficking statute at this point. Of course, that matter hasn't been before you or any other judge for disposition. She's been in jail, arrested March 4th, I believe, so that would be 47, 48 days without a bond. Now, I think constitutionally she's entitled to have this hearing. She's entitled to have a bond set, or a reasonable bond set, with the exception of any extenuating circumstances. And I see these as circumstances that have to be looked at by the court, but I don't necessarily see them as extenuating to the degree the bond should not be set by this court in some amount. Sir, we'll be happy to do house arrest. We'll be happy to do GPS monitoring. We'll do the combination of the two if the court has any compunction about setting a reasonable bond. And I will also say that she's been, and I don't want the court to think that we're hiding behind this, what I'm about to say, for any reason whatsoever. But she has been diagnosed with cancer in her neck, and she is undergoing some treatment now. And I'm kind of concerned that she can't get the proper treatment for her illness while she's in Florence Detention Center. So we're asking the court to just take that into consideration in determining whether or not to set a bond, and if so, whether or not to set a bond that's reasonable. Judge, I don't know what else to say. She's not going anywhere. You can keep her on a short leash, so to speak, with any conditions of bond that you deem are necessary and appropriate.
They said $85,000 surety bond. If she makes a bond, she could be under house arrest with GPS monitoring. The only exceptions would be the hospital, court, or his office at work.
It's lawyer's office.
Court, work, hospital. Nowhere else.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Christian News TY. I'm Tony Conyers. Is there any newsworthy events? We will get them to you as soon as possible. If not, you can follow us on Christian News TY Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube, and you can follow us on our website.